Hello! Book reviews are not an excuse to not read the book, unless you didn't like the book review. Just because you read a book review doesn't mean you read the book. And I would like to say that through reading books, you can essentially channel the wisdom of the author, and which is really great, especially if the author's dead, right? Because then you can't channel his real wisdom, and it's gone. I would like to explain that and tell you how I came upon that conclusion. And there's really two pieces. The first piece is that while I'm reading a book, I read 70 books last year. While I'm reading a given book, I tend to think more like the author. I read several books last year on nutrition, The Obesity Code, How Not to Die, another book on fasting. And while I was reading those books, I had more willpower to stay away from bad food. I made better food choices in my life, and man, it didn't wear off for like 6 weeks. I didn't come down as low as I was either. I probably started here, kind of junky, super healthy, and then back down to not as junky as before. And so sometimes I'll read those types of books just to stay motivated from a dieting perspective. So that's the first point. When you read a book, it's almost as if you can take the author's perspective and kind of wear it for yourself, and then look around your own life to see how you're doing, okay, and getting ideas. The second principle is Napoleon Hill. He, in his book Think and Grow Rich, there was a principle called invisible counselors, or his invisible roundtable, nightly roundtable. He'd basically close his eyes, gather a bunch of people that were dead or alive, mentors for him, and he'd think, oh, what's a problem? Here's a question I have. He'd pose a question to Abraham Lincoln and Benjamin Franklin and other people that he admired. And he said that they kind of like channeled their knowledge. Kind of weird, kind of kooky. My wife tells me not to share that all that much because I tried it for a while. But there's some truth to it, right? Have you ever, somebody that you're really close to, your dad, your mom, your brothers, your sister, think, oh, I've got this problem. What would they say? A lot of times you know what they would say. You might know exactly what they would say. So you're adding more knowledge and more resources to your personal your quiver, put your arrow in your quiver, by reading books and gaining their perspectives, by educating yourself. So books are awesome, and they can help you build your perspective. I'd love to hear what you've done to build your perspective, and if you feel that reading books has helped you with that.